are live. Welcome to The Real Raw, a place where we get to see and experience how influence is a superpower. The Real Raw offers us a chance to have a microphone, a stage, form ecosystems, make more money in less time with more magic, all with the use of the formula which Sean Callaghy has been curating for the past 23 years. And who's Sean Callaghy? Well, he's an entrepreneur, a national speaker, a philanthropist, one of America's top trial attorneys, and is the chief visionary officer of Unblinded. And though he is blind, he is here to unblind us all in integrity through micro distinctions on how we can all go from hello to yes in any role we play in life, so we leaders can lead and influence leaders and make the world a more heart-centered and amazing place. Welcome, Sean.
Hey, Vivian. I don't know about all that, but I do know this. We got some amazing people here today. Super fired up to let it rock and roll, and so thankful that we have Stephen, Ali, Kristen, Siobhan, Milan, and Vivian. You're rolling. Gia Levine is here. How could this be better? So, Vivian, take us in, my friend, and we're going to say hello to Fernando and Adam in a minute. But Vivian, please take us in. Who are the amazing participants and judges for today?
Yes, well, we have one of the contestants is Stephen Bettencourt. He's in real estate. He's a real estate agent, owner of Bettencourt Real Estate Group at eXp Realty. Specializes in real estate sales and investment properties in North New Jersey. And he's the marketing director of NHREP Union Essex. But before that, he was in construction. And that is very cool. So what's a fun fact about you? And welcome, Stephen.
Hey guys, thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to be here. Fun fact about me, I'm actually really good at basketball. So
yeah, I heard this. Dude, talk to us about your basketball background. Where'd you grow up, Stephen?
So I was born in Secaucus, and I was raised in Bayonne, New Jersey. I was actually a pretty horrible. Yep, exactly.
Chuck Webner, inspiration for Rocky, and also Vivian, the ambassador of results, the big man, Rob Gill, also Bayonne Heights.
Yep.
We'll come back to that. So, Stephen, you're in Bayonne, you're growing up, and yes, what happens next?
Yeah, so actually, I wasn't that good at basketball at all, and I remember just going to the park every day, and people would make fun of me because I was so bad, and that made me want to get better. So, long story short, I trained, and I ended up playing 4 years at Bayonne High School. Had the opportunity to play at the college level. Did that for about a year, and then I decided that at the time, getting into business for myself was more important for my family. So I got into real estate right after my first year in college.
That's awesome. Where'd you play in college?
I was gonna play at a Division II in Long Island called the Delphi University.
Yeah, sure.
But I ended up starting at NJCU. I ended up at NJCU, so did that for about a year.
Super cool. And Stephen, everybody, and Vivian, after all these fine folks have had a chance to share their fun facts, I will share a fun fact about the intersection, Vivian, of Zeus Energy, cooking, and Adelphi University. Does that sound fair, Vivian? All right. So, Stephen, welcome, brother. And by the way, where are you calling in from today?
I'm in my home office in Bayonne. I live in Bayonne currently.
Bayonne is in the house. Rob Gill has a tear in his eye. And thank you for being here. So, Vivian, back to you, and welcome,
cool,
Stephen.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
We have Oli Cantos, a disability rights leader and activist for more than 30 years. Wait till you hear this resume, Sean. Past leadership roles include staff attorney and director of outreach and education at the Disability Rights Legal Center in California. General counsel and director of programs for the American Association of People with Disabilities. Special assistant and later special counsel to the Assistant Attorney General for Civil Rights at the U.S. Department of Justice, Vice Chair of the President's Committee for People with Intellectual Disabilities, Associate Director of Domestic Policy at the White House under President George W. Bush, and was on the National Advisory Board, member for Responsibility, nonpartisan cross-disability advocacy organization. And his story is amazing because he also adopted 3 blind triplets. So welcome, Oli.
Thank you so much. It's really great to be here, Vivian.
Oli, can you get to work, dude, and do something with your life, please?
Yeah.
No, dude, that's amazing. It's an honor and a privilege. Truly unbelievable, extraordinary. Appreciate chatting again, and really, really impressive life, brother.
And what about that fun fact, Oli?
Did we
I
lose
guess
Oli?
we may have lost him.
All right. He may be frozen. We'll come back to Oli for his fun fact. So let's jump in. Yeah, please. We'll come back to Oli.
One of the judges we have is Kristen Smedley, co-founder and CEO of Curing Retinal Blindness Foundation. And she just hosted the first worldwide summit for this rare eye disease, which proved to be a success, of which 10 countries attended, and a slew of people, and she'll tell you more about it. It's the only patient organization in the world working on blindness. She's a TEDx speaker, best-selling author of Thriving Blind, Stories of Real People Succeeding Without Sight. And the foreword was written by Eric Wayenmayer, the first blind man to climb all 7 summits. I hope I pronounced that right. She just launched her online show called Brilliantly Resilient during this COVID timeframe, and it's been viewed around the world. In 2016, her organization worked with Congressman Mike Fitzpatrick in Pennsylvania to submit the first legislation in U.S. history to be submitted in Braille, HRES number 625, the National Rare Eye Disease Awareness Day Declaration, advocates for better services, accessibility, and care for blind and visually impaired Americans. And she will tell you about her fun fact. So welcome, Kristen.
What's up, everybody? I'm so glad to be here.
Kristen, so glad to be here with you as well, and welcome. And what is your fun fact?
So my fun fact is I am a gold medal champion in dragon boat racing.
Wow.
What the heck is dragon boat racing?
Dragon boat racing is super fun, super competitive. It's like crew, but with a whole fun element to it. The first time I was ever on the boat, our team won gold.
That is outstanding. And where did you start your dragon boat racing career?
Right out here in Bucks County, Pennsylvania, just outside Philly. I'm a Philly girl, peeps. Philly girl.
That is awesome. That is awesome. Well, Kristen, thank you for all your work that you do in the world. I don't know that you know this, but you may. I have retinitis pigmentosa myself, so I can't see you on the screen. I didn't know if you knew that.
Yeah, that's my boys have the very early, very rare onset of retinitis pigmentosa called Leber's congenital amaurosis.
Okay, well, and how are they doing?
They're thriving blind, Sean. That's why I wrote the book on it last year. They are literally Penn State. Mitch might be headed to University of Maryland. I don't know. He's got too many options. Never would have thought, but they're doing great.
Oh my God, my son, who doesn't want to be on camera probably, but I'll put him on anyway. He's at the University of Maryland right now.
No, we'll have to hook them up because we haven't been able to get there to visit, of course, and we need some feedback.
Yeah, that would be amazing. So anytime you want any information, Ty's a huge fan of University of Maryland. I think that's accurate, right, bud? Hugely accurate. Yeah. Hugely accurate. Yeah. So the Terps are in the house and really enjoyed it. So his buddy from Maryland was just down this weekend at our beach house that we're headed back from right now to North Jersey. So always happy to support and help. Kristen, thank you.
Oh, I appreciate it. Good thing you're getting out there before that storm hits tomorrow, too.
Yes, but the waves were kicking. And so we had some fun body surfing, going crazy with the waves. And it was not nothing. And that's how we like it. So it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, awesome. Cool. Thanks.
Thank you, Kristen. Welcome. So, Vivian, we have more.
Yes, we do. We have Siobhan Olivero, and she's in from Tampa, Florida, where she has owned her firm for 6 years and has been practicing criminal defense for high-level felony crimes and family law for over 10 years. She's also a certified divorce coach and hosts monthly divorce workshops where she discusses the legal, financial, and emotional aspects of divorce. And she will probably share a fun fact. So welcome, Siobhan.
Hi.
Siobhan, welcome. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you for having me.
Super happy to have you here. And what's a fun fact about you and your amazing world?
Let's see, a fun fact about me is probably a little known fact about me that most people don't know, that I twirled baton for 7 years throughout elementary and junior high school.
That is a phenomenal fun fact. Did you do it while racing on a dragon boat?
No, I did not do it while racing on a dragon boat.
Right. That is super cool. And what high school did you go to?
I went to Plant City High School, born and raised in Plant City, Florida.
Very cool. And thank you so much for being here today. Really fired up to have you.
Thank you.
Yeah. And but can I ask this? How'd you get into the space of divorce coaching and, that world, the personal development kind of side of things?
I've been under coaching for about 3 years now, and went into business coaching, and then that led into personal development coaching. From there, I had a contact who knew that I did family law, as an attorney who got me into a network of divorce coaches, and I thought that no one else in the area offers certified divorce coaching within their law firm, so that is something that could set me apart from the other law firms in the community to offer divorce coaching.
Siobhan, I acknowledge you for your beautifully innovative thinking. This is a space that I've been playing in for a really, really long time, and brilliant, fantastic job.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, thank you. All right, and Vivian, we have our last, but certainly not least, judge with some very cool background.
Yes, we do. We have Milan Vasic, a senior producer of the Emmy Award-winning hit TV show Extreme Makeover Home Edition, owner, executive producer at Sea Change Productions, an independent film and television company production, and he's also co-owner and managing partner at Wasatch Property Partners, a licensed agent and real estate investor. So welcome, Milan. What's a fun fact?
Hello, thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it. I've been able to watch a couple of the videos and just really enjoyed it. So grateful to be here. Fun fact for me is I have been able to work and build a home for needy families in 49 of our 50 amazing states.
Wow.
Oh my God. Say it one more time, Milan. I think I heard that. I want to make sure I got it accurately.
I've had the amazing fortune to work in and build a house in 49 of our 50 states for deserving families.
My God, what state is, like, we got to get this done, brother? What's the final state?
The state I'm missing is actually South Dakota, and the show did build there. I just was on another function at the time, so I wasn't part of that build in South Dakota. So it's on my list. I've got to get there.
Got to get South Dakota done. So we got to put it out to the ecosystem, Vivian. Whoever wants to build a house in South Dakota, Milan's got to get this done.
I got the energy flowing through me and out into the universe for him.
I appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Hey, Milan, thank you so much for being here. We're going to have some fun today, brother. You ready to go?
I'm ready.
We have a role player in the house, though.
We do. And Vivian, it's not just any role player. Not just any role player. It is the one, the only, Jay Levine, because I can't see, I don't know if this is true or not. Jay, have you yet to cut the Corona dew, or what's up with that?
I have yet to cut the Corona dew. We're calling this the Fernando at this point. The Fernando.
Fernando, I like that.
I love it. And the Fernando, who has Ken doll hair right now, and as far as I'm concerned, is a real estate tycoon in the making. Just 4 years ago, on his son's birthday, he started a small boutique brokerage alongside his wife, which then became 194 Real Estate Group in New Milford, New Jersey, making, get this, Sean, $31 million in business just this year alone. What? His mission is to help people truly find their place in the world and to help them toward attaining goals and ultimately get in life. So welcome, Jay, and what is your fun fact?
Hey, Vivian, thank you very much. So my fun fact initially was about how I crashed and burned skiing, but after hearing all the amazing things everyone else did, I'm going to go with that when I was in high school, my grandfather was a pro coach, and I was the only freshman varsity tennis team. And that's what I'm going to go with today.
That's awesome, dude. That is a super fun fact. A super fun fact.
Thank you.
So welcome, Jay. And Vivian, how about a fun fact for you? Like, what's up with you and your amazingness? And Vivian brings the energy, the light, the connectivity to launch everything going forward. And what's a fun fact about Vivian?
A fun fact is that I sang at my wedding for my husband, Diana Ross, when you tell me that you love me.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that as a fun fact. All right. And now who else do we have here? We have Adam and Fernando circulating, or?
Well, we definitely have Adam Gugino in the house, and just the chief revenue officer at our family, who before he was here, a master moneymaker that is, was working out of this small 400 square foot empty warehouse, and he grew it to a team of 500. And after all of that pure heart, grit, and success that he achieved, and bringing the company from $4 million to $750 million, he walked away from millions of dollars to come here so that he could spread the good cheer on the formula and make it the logo. So welcome, Adam.
Yes, we call Adam Gugino the heart-centered $400 to $750 million man who walked away from 8 figures, $10 million plus, to come join the Unblinded team and mission. So what's up, brother?
What's up, brother? And thank you so much for that wonderful introduction. Yes, I did, and I've been paid back in full. Just a value working alongside you, my friend, and learning this formula. And yeah, I mean, but the company itself, we're on our way. We're on our way as well. So thank you. I'm excited to be here. My fun fact, I'm keeping it consistent, Sean, because I got to get the word out that this game is taking over the world. And my fun fact is I played for a half hour after my mom trying to talk me into playing for 5 or 6 years. Pickleball is the game of the future.
Pickleball.
I'm ready, Adam.
Wait.
I'm ready to play.
Listen, brother, you got to play some pickleball while like juggling everything you possibly can on the Dragon Ball racing strip, and also doing everything you can to learn the amazing elements of like flag twirling, backflipping, and everything else imaginable. So, Adam, I'm proud of you.
Thank you so much, and I'm proud of my acceleration in my pickleball career as well. So
yes, and in case Unblinded does not work out, you will be the world's greatest pickleball player. I have no doubts.
Thank you. And that's it'll work out though. Unblinded will work out.
So here's my 2 quick fun facts, and then we'll drop in case you're like, get going already. Let's get going already. We have been going. Incredible people meeting incredible people. Like that's what this is all about. It's like a lunch meets American Idol meets March Madness and like everything in between. So here's a couple quick fun facts. Number 1, the Adelphi and Cooking Connection, Vivian and all, was when I was at Columbia University and I was a junior. We decided, and I played baseball. I was captain of the baseball team my senior year as a 4-year starter. And we decided that we're going to have like the greatest flag football team in like the history of the state of New York and win the New York State Flag Football Championship. So we went to the Flag Football State Championships at Adelphi, and we had only played like together at Columbia. We had not like played against any other schools at that point. And the guys in the team, a lot of them had been very successful high school football players. Our catcher from the baseball team, Rocky, was an all-state quarterback in New York. You know, I was a Division I recruit in football myself, right? So Vivian, we come out and our first game is against a culinary institute. Some really nice guys. So Vivian, try to like envision what the Culinary Institute flag football team might be like in terms of Goddess, Zeus, fun, and aspirational energy. So what do you think the Culinary Institute team was like? Like what energies were dominating their persona?
Well, I would say Zeus.
I would tell you that they were fun, long-haired, kind of goddess energy, loving, out for a good time. And what they were encountering was a bunch of people that were very Zeus-like committed to winning a state championship. So in the very first play of the game, they got the ball and they're like, they just kind of pitched it over to like one guy who was running up the sideline, and like 7 guys on our team, including me, tackled this guy. The referees like threw like, if there was 9 flags, if they threw every flag at us, threatened to throw us out of the tournament. And the Culinary Institute, after one play, wanted us to forfeit the game because they said we were too aggressive, too crazy. And that is a true story about Adelphi University and the Culinary Institute.
No, there. I was imagining Gordon Ramsay's in the house, you know?
Yes, well, they were. So these folks should be on Audition It. They should not have been playing against our team in the Adelphi Flag Football State Championship. But if you want to reach out to the folks at the Culinary Institute, they would be amazing on your Audition It show. Number 1. My second fun fact, which is not very fun, is I always talk about how like sharks are not dangerous and the statistical numbers on it. So 2 weeks ago, I was bumped by a shark while surfing on Long Beach Island. And this past weekend, tragically, because the United States of America averages about 1 shark attack death per year. 1. That's the number. And so within that bump incident, me talking about how it really wasn't dangerous and sharks don't attack people, somebody was actually killed this past weekend up in Maine. So that is a not fun fact, but an interesting and odd fact in light of the statistical lack of probability and that occurring in proximity to the video I shot about like the shark bump. So Vivian, here's the deal. I think you should surf anyway. What do you think?
I don't know about that. I'm not the type that'll get my arm chewed off by a shark and go back on and say, oh yeah, that only happens once. Yes. I'm not shark meat.
All right. Well, we will have to figure this out. We're going to have an unblinded event soon at Long Beach Island. We'll see if you're up for the surfing. And everybody, But with that said, Vivian, thank you. Amazing job. And Jay Levine, I think it's time for us to drop in. What do you think, brother?
I'm ready, Sean. Ready.
Yeah. All right.
Let's
Do you want
do
to
it.
explain real quick in the 20-second version for these amazing participants what goes on in round one of our little beautiful Real Raw?
Absolutely. So in round one, the job of the contestant, you beautiful contestants, is
Uh-oh.
We lost Jay.
Jay, we lost you, Jay. Pause. So round one, we have a little bit of feedback. Jay, just pause real quick. In round one, what you're doing is you're building rapport with Jay Levine. So as you're building, Adam, do you have me?
Yeah, we have you clear. It's
for
just
step
Jay. I
one,
guess Jay.
and step one being to build emotional rapport by asking questions. Step two.
Yeah. Hey, Jay.
Jay, we're losing you. Jay, can you just go on mute?
Yeah. Jay, just mute yourself, bud. All right. So round one, we're going to build emotional rapport with Jay. We'll see how that goes. If not, Adam, you'll jump in as the role player. And the question is in round one, how effectively you open up the listening of the role player. Like they're hearing you. You're not Charlie Brown's teacher going wah, 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 wah. And why are we doing all this? We're doing all this because influence is a superpower. What I didn't drop in with briefly in my background is when I came out of law school, I couldn't imagine marketing, selling, to anything like that. And I soon realized by studying the likes of Dale Carnegie, G. Abraham, Tony Robbins, and many others, that influence was an indispensable superpower to create the money, time, and magic we wanted in our life. So I quit my job, my dream job at a major law firm, and built a 40-person law firm 2 years out of law school, starting $100,000 in debt and doing my law firm financing on my credit card. And I couldn't believe having 40 people there 2 years later, sold that law firm, built a successful coaching, training, development company. The largest and most successful was its size for my coaching school, IPEC, and then sold that. And then third, went on to build the second law firm, which I currently do. From 0 to 100 people in a little over 2 years, and I could create the more money, less time, with more magic by using influence as a superpower, and that's what we're doing here on the Real Raw. And I think fundamentally, we talked about dragon boat racing. We've talked about teaching people how to do lots of things, buy real estate, be an attorney, right? All these different things are independent skill sets outside of us. What I'm going to be an amazing opportunity for shift for people. It's the same thing about our ability to influence. It's just a skill set outside around it. Wasn't developed at how sport is, but it's not like that at all. And as we learn the amazing ability to shift in micro distinctions, it creates impact people. So that's what we're unlocking. And the Hello to Yes is going to be a 6-minute conversation cut into 2 sections. And the first section is going to be all about the building of rapport, as I said, opening listening, and putting something at stake. The second portion is going to be about how you're solving for that pain, that opportunity, and moving to a yes. And you go with a yes for what? A yes for anything that you're seeking in the world. Anything. So Jay, as the role player, or Adam, if we don't have Jay, because technology, him to be. So like the role player could be an ideal client, somebody that's a fundraising partner, somebody for a book deal, a movie deal. The role player's been George Lucas, Donald Trump, Oprah Winfrey, Tony Robbins, people selected the role player to be, or ideal clients, or ideal strategic partners. So I will pause there and say, Jay, do we have you back?
I hope you can hear me now. Can you hear me?
We can hear you now, brother. Okay, so let's go with this. Oli, I have either a 1 or a 2 I'm holding behind the camera. Do you think it's a 1 or a 2?
I'm sorry, behind the camera?
Yeah, I have a 1 or a 2 I'm holding up. Do you think it's a 1 or a 2?
I'm blind, I don't.
No, you're guessing, right? Nobody can see it. So it's a guess. Do you think I am holding up a 1 or a 2?
Oh, 2.
It is a 2, exactly, right? Nobody can see it, Oli. It's holding up behind the camera, right? It's like a coin toss. So you've won the toss. Would you like to go first or second?
Second.
Okay. Amazing. So we are gonna. You ready, Jeff?
I am ready.
Okay. So let's take this in for round one. And who would you like the role player to be? Steven, you're up. Steven, who would you like the role player to be?
Who do I want the role play to be?
Yeah, who do you want me to be? Who should I be in this?
I'm not sure. I thought I was role playing you directly, but you want me to name someone?
No. Jay could be Jay. Like
Okay.
Jay could be himself or anybody. So it's up to you to think about what yes you are seeking in the world. Like it could be a yes for a listing, a yes for a partnership, a yes for anything that matters to you, Steve, in the world. So Jay could be himself or anybody. So would you like him to be himself?
Yeah, sure. He could be himself.
Perfect.
All right, cool. All right, so you have 3 minutes. Then Jay's gonna have to take a call. So Jay, if you could keep time on this, or actually Adam, you keep time, and just say at 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Say, hey Jay, you got a phone call in 30 seconds, right? And then you're gonna wrap it up from there, Steven. And then we'll take a quick pause. You come back for 3 minutes later. Sound good?
Good for me.
So at the end, I'm gonna act for something at the end.
Yeah, not at the end of the first 3 minutes, the second 3 minutes, because it's 1 6-minute conversation.
Gotcha.
Sean, you cut. Sean, your phone was cutting out a little bit too. That's why they didn't get all of it. But
Yeah, no,
We're good now.
All right.
All right. Hey Jay, so you mentioned that you started your own real estate company. Can you tell me more about that?
Sure. Who's this?
Yeah, this is Steven. Steve Bettencourt with eXp Realty. I was reaching out because I noticed that you started your own company, and I just wanted to find out more about that. And how did you get started, and actually, why did you do that?
Yeah. Sorry. I mean, you caught me a little off guard. I have a call in probably the next 3 minutes or so, but I do have a few minutes for you. Yeah. I mean, we started about 8-9 months ago.
8-9 months ago. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And you've been able to scale the business already to where it's at, which is, you mentioned, I think over 100 plus agents.
No, right now we have, we're scaling. We just started our company on September 11th of 2019. We were in real estate for about 3 years before that. The company's about 9 months old. We have 10 agents in the company right now, and we are pacing to reach 31 million this year.
Oh, wow. So you have 10 agents now, and you said you were in real estate 3 years before you started your own company?
Yes.
Well, okay. What was your background before that, before real estate?
Good question. So I do many things. A bit of an entrepreneur. Can I just ask you real quick? Again, I only have a couple of minutes. I apologize. What are you? Are you looking for something like a house, or are you looking for one of your clients?
Well, actually, I'm actually a local real estate agent in the area, and I've been watching you for a while now, and I'm actually thinking about starting my own company. I'm not sure if it's better to start my own or maybe partner with someone who has already done it. So I just kind of wanted to pick your brain to get a better understanding of how to, build the foundation of starting a company from scratch.
Gotcha. Oh, that's fantastic. I wish you the best of luck with that. I would love to be able to help you explain that to you a little bit better. What specifically are you looking for?
Well, in regards to logistics and starting it, right? Foundation as far as the admin support goes, and the fastest way to scale it or be able to attract agents and put them in a system that works. And I see that you have that. So I'm just curious, really, how you were able to structure that to really scale to where you are now.
Well, I mean, it's constantly morphing and changing. So we're getting, it's all in training and culture. We really do a good job of putting people before anything else. In this business,
Okay.
you find a lot of competition out there that don't always put the end goal for the client in the beginning. So
30
that's something
seconds.
we really focus on.
Gotcha. Jay, so you mentioned culture, and I think that's really important, especially with a company. Can you tell me a little bit more about what culture means to you guys, or what do you guys do for culture?
Absolutely. I have about 15 seconds left. I really got to take this phone call. But to us, it's all about leaders leading leaders. This is about having people in the company that are partners rather than feeling like just employees or team members. We really want to be truly one unit. And I would like to lead the company together, because really it's not something I want to do alone. Together, we're much stronger.
Wait a minute.
Got it. So it seems like you guys are making partnership versus just working
Hey,
under a company.
Steven, I got to grab this phone call. I'll call you back, okay?
Sounds good. I appreciate your time. Talk soon.
Thank you.
All right, Steven, excellent work. So how'd that feel for you?
It was, I mean, I was just trying to dig as much as I could about him and what he's up to.
All right, excellent. Okay, so Jay, how'd that feel for you? If you had one word.
You know, I felt the good tone.
Okay, cool. So let us go to our judge. Actually, let's go the other round with Oli, and then we'll go to our judges. So Oli, are you ready? Who would you like Jay to be?
Well, let's take this out of my professional life. We have 2 network marketing companies that our family's involved with. And let's say I wanted to prospect somebody to get the highest package possible within whichever one. And so I'd like to approach people who are in business, whatever it is, in anything, real estate or whatever. But I want them, my goal is to get them to come in high and to see the value in working with us.
Okay, so would you like Jay to be himself because he owns a real estate agency, or would you like him to be somebody else?
Let's just have Jay be Jay, because Jay's awesome being Jay. So let's do that. And because I run into people with different backgrounds, so let's just try.
All right, let's do it. Oli, take us in.
Hey there, Jay. How are things going?
Hey, Oli. Thanks for calling. Really good, man. How about you?
Hey, I'm doing great, thanks. I wanted to reach out to you, and I know that things are pretty hectic, but the thing is, I've seen you from a distance for a long time, and just to let you know, I just wanted to take some time to get to know you, because what I really want to do is to add value to whatever your life and work happen to be. And so I know that you are a successful in real estate. So I just was wondering about not only how did you do that, but also what were some key secrets that really made things work? Because I'm just really excited just to learn from you.
Wow. Thank you so much. Well, so that's a good question. We started this business about a year ago. And prior to that, I had owned, my family had owned a Verizon wireless store. And prior to that, my family owned hardware stores. And it was something we were always taught. I was always taught at a young age, is to really put relationships first, and to really spend a lot of time on nurturing relationships and building relationships. And that's been somewhat of the secret sauce, I guess you could say, is to be able to build rapport, at a high level.
I love that. And so, especially in light of your entrepreneurial background and history, that's just really exciting. It's really inspiring, because when it comes to entrepreneurs, it really requires people to have a really awesome spirit. So first thing, as a value add right now, as a next action step, because I know we only have maybe about 3 minutes. If you let me know if there are people who you want me to send your information to, I want to get that done for you. And in addition to that, let's say if there's any material that I can do to share, so that way people could potentially look to you or your company, I'd be happy to do that.
Oli, in love, I'm a little confused. In the beginning, I'm a little confused on what exactly you're asking for. You want to give my information? I'm confused. I'm sorry.
Because you're in real estate, and because of your background, what I really want to do is to start off. I just want to share your information with people I know, so that way if there are people looking to buy a house, sell a house, whatever, I just wanted to start off by adding value to you by doing that, because I love your entrepreneurial approach. But I want to do that for you. And if there's anything you or your staff can send me, then I'll be happy to distribute it to folks with a recommendation that they look at you for potential business.
Understood. I was a little unclear. And exactly where are you calling from? I'm sorry. Where are you calling from?
I'm actually in the Washington, D.C. area, but I have contacts all over the country. So.
Oh, yeah, I don't mean to rush you, but I have about 30 seconds, so I got to grab a call.
Okay. Well, the thing that I'd like to do is, if we could talk next. Since you only have 30 seconds, I'd like to talk to you about our area of business, so that way we can. I'd like to set an appointment time for us to talk for probably about 15 minutes, so that way I can talk about that. But this is more about you right now. But I just wanted to see if you'd be willing to come together for just an appointment for when you have a little more time.
Oh, I have a call coming in. Can you hold for me, and I'll get right back to you on that?
Sure.
Yeah, awesome. Oli, how'd that feel for you?
Well, because it was so short, I feel like I would have developed, it would have taken more time to learn the story, but I felt like I just wanted him to just spend more time with me, because 3 minutes, it just isn't enough time to build that relationship in a way that could lead to an actual decision. So I thought that maybe the best thing, in light of how busy he was to build the relationship first by setting an appointment. And then after that, maybe doing a deeper dive with going to hello to yes. Because right now my big yes was just getting more time with him.
Yeah,
but I don't
absolutely.
know. If
No,
different tactic, but
that's a great, that's a great approach, is seeking to have that time be designed to buy more time. And I'll do an illustration of what you can do in that space in a minute, Oli. But let's turn to the judges. So judges, all we're assessing right now is the performance in round one by Oli and Steven. And what we're really assessing is how much you think that Jay opened his listening and something was legitimately at stake for him. There's 3 levels of rapport. We talk about it all the time. There's surface, there's real, and there's emotional. Surface rapport is the beginning basis, which is like some level of connection, right? So it's kind of up here. And then surface, real, and then down here is emotional, where there's a depth of connection, something's actually at stake. The difference in how we listen each of these ways is extraordinary. So really we're looking at, like, was there emotional rapport created, like a genuine openness, and you might go 3 minutes is a really short time to create some emotional rapport. We'll talk about what that looks like and how that goes. And with something put at stake, and we're scoring a scale of 1 to 10. 10 is like Jay is going to chase Steven and Oli. A 9 is like, yeah, really interested. 8's like, interested, but 7's like, kind of interested a little bit. 6 is like, yeah, and down from there. So let's start first with Kristen.
All right, that's high pressure, isn't it? 3 minutes. I am not a being. I can't even say hello on Twitter in the characters that they give me. For the love of God, 3 minutes kills me.
Yeah. So listen, but here's the beauty of this is sometimes we have 3 minutes. And by the way, if you look at Malcolm Gladwell from Blank, people are making assessments in the first 10 seconds about what's happening. So what happens when we have an opportunity? It's brief. What do we do with it? How do we create a scotoma? How do we create a disruption so listening is open? And we're going to demonstrate that here today. So all we're doing right now is assessing where it is. And if you give about 35, 40 seconds of feedback, Adam, if you could help us keep time integrity, 5 seconds to go, maybe put the buzzer, the alarm in. And we'll go first with Steven, then with Oli, Kristen. And what do you have, please?
Okay, so to that point of making that impression within 10 seconds, Steven, I thought that you really did start getting Jay interested in what you wanted to tell him, what you wanted to ask him. I thought you were doing a good job creating that relationship, except for the fact when you said, I want to pick your brain. And as a person that is well known in my field, when people say, I want to pick your brain, I immediately say, you just want to get a download from me, and what, is there going to be value? So I just would be careful with that phrase. But I think that you really had Jay interested in having conversation. I thought that was great that you did that so early.
Excellent. So what'd you have for a score, Kristen, for Steven?
I would say about a 7.5.
Cool. And how about for Oli?
Okay, and then Oli, I thought that you right off the bat were, you were saying, I want to give value to this and in this relationship. I thought that's perfect. You had me on the edge of my seat. And then I think you confused Jay and got him almost not irritated, but he had a call coming in and he had a lot going on and he wasn't as open to listening to what you had to say. But I think that you started off so well, and especially saying that you wanted to give value. I know that you were fumbling to try to talk fast. And I think if you did have a little more time or rehearsed it, then you would have come up with a better sentence or two about giving value to him before asking him for something in return.
Awesome. So what'd you have for a score for Oli for round one?
I would say a 7 for Oli.
Okay. Kristen, thank you so much. And Siobhan, what'd you have for Steven and Oli?
I thought they both did a great job. I thought Steven did great at some of the questions that he asked Jay. I loved the trying to find out what their culture is in Jay's business and what he values as far as that goes. So I thought those were great questions to try to get a little more emotional there with Jay and finding that out. So I gave Steven an 8.
Nice. And how about for Oli?
And for Oli, I agree with Kristen. I thought that the question or the presentation of I want to bring value to you, before going into any other ask was a great direction to go. I agree there was probably some confusion there and, with just the speed of how it worked out. But I thought that was a great way to try to take the conversation with a short amount of time as well. So
Awesome.
I gave Oli an 8 also.
Oh, thank you, Siobhan. And Milan.
Yes, so I'm going to echo some of what's been said, but with Stephen, I appreciated the comfortability on the phone, and you seemed very comfortable no matter what question or the response was. You were able to take that, and the tonality comment before, that was right on top of my mind. You had a very calming presence on the phone. I would add that to me, it felt a little bit like you weren't sure where you were going with those questions. And so if there was a direct response that you're after, I didn't quite capture that. Your responses to the questions were fantastic, and the ability to keep that conversation moving, I thought stellar. So I would give you an 8 on that. With Oli, I felt like you set the expectation a little bit more ahead of time or up front. You kind of put out there what you were after. You started digging into some of that. To me, I got tripped up a little bit when you said the word value add, because that's jargon industry. And depending on who the person on the other, or jargon verbiage, I'm sorry, for specific to the industry. And depending on who that person is on the other end of the phone, they may, like, to me, it kind of pushed you away from what you were trying to say, which is, I want to add value to what you're doing. Can I refer some people to you as a realtor? That's something I definitely want to hear. But when I hear the value add, it's I don't know why I got tripped on that, but it just feels to me like that becomes more sales. You're going to try to give me something. It wasn't as sincere as just stating, hey, I would love to refer some friends of mine that are interested in real estate to you.
Score. Awesome.
So score, I'm going to give him an 8.2.
Nice. Well, appreciate that. So we are ready for round 2. Kristen, Devon, Milan, excellent job. Giving feedback. You get feedback from me, Adam?
Yeah, we are a little bit. We are, but go ahead.
All right, I'm going to try to get on. I'm going to get on the computer, laptop. So let's go to round. Awesome. All right, let's go to round 2. And in round 2, it's now time to continue the conversation. Stephen's going to have the option to go first or second in round 2. Stephen, you want to go first or second?
I don't mind going first. Just to reaffirm, I'm gonna ask for what I want in this round, correct?
Yeah, and the reasons that Jay should be saying yes and handle any objections that he has. Yeah, and you have 3 minutes to do it. So you'll be assessed on how you convey like who you are, how much Jay is seeing his future and saying yes to you. So if you're ready, take us in.
So we're going to continue the conversation from before.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Perfect. Hey, Jay.
Hey, Steve, thanks for holding on, man. Sorry about that.
No problem at all. I appreciate your time, man. So yeah, like I was mentioning, man, I'm debating if I should start my own brokerage or partner with someone. And you were one of the first people I thought about. I actually wanted to see, when you would be available this week, we could sit down and maybe kind of go over a small business plan and see what works, see what can benefit maybe us in a partnership, or maybe I should consider going on my own. What time do you usually have lunch during the week?
Listen, Steve, I'm not opposed to having lunch. And, this is an industry where meeting people is always top of mind. But I mean, maybe you could just tell me a little bit about about yourself a little bit, before.
Yeah,
again,
so,
I'm not going to say yes, but I'm just curious exactly what we're going to talk about.
For sure, man. So, like I mentioned to you, I'm a single agent right now. I have an admin. I've been in the business now for about 5 years. I've been doubling my business almost every year, and now I'm getting to a point where I'm thinking about scaling and growing a team. And the brokerage, building a brokerage has always been something that I've wanted to do. And I said this year that I'm just going to do it, and I didn't think of anybody else better than yourself, someone who's already accomplished what I'm looking to accomplish. And I would just love to sit down and see what a partnership could look like, if that's even a possibility, or any value that me and my team can bring to you to help your company. and see how we can partner on something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I would be open to having a conversation. Sure, to continue on and see what else we can go. I see a lot of great qualities, and you said a lot of nice things about yourself there. I would definitely be curious to hear more.
No, that's great. I really appreciate that. Again, I only need 30 minutes or so of your time. So tomorrow, like around 12:30, would you be available for lunch for 30 minutes?
Would it be possible if I gave you an email address that you could shoot an email over to my admin?
Yeah, for sure. What's the email?
All right, it's teamlevinerealtors@gmail.com.
Perfect. I'm gonna send an email for tomorrow at 12:30. I know where your office is, right there on Beach Street. Do you know that spot on the Mexican spot right there on the corner?
I do.
Okay, is that a good spot?
Yeah, well, that sounds good. Why don't we go there? Why don't we make it Friday then? I'm taking the whole team there anyway.
Oh, perfect. I appreciate that, man. So I'll see you Friday at 12:30 then, and I'll send that email.
Great. Thanks, man.
All right. Thanks, Jay. Appreciate it. Look forward to it.
All right. Excellent stuff. We're getting a little bit of feedback, guys. Is that feedback coming from me, Jay?
I don't hear any feedback, to be honest with you.
I hear it's Steven.
Yeah.
I hear the whole time only
Yeah,
when Steven spoke.
that might be me. That
Yes,
might
Steven,
be me, yeah.
if you wouldn't mind muting, Stephen, Adam, can you mute too? And let's just see how we deal with it. So, Jay, how'd that feel for you?
So that felt good. That felt really good. After he conveyed what his identity was, and it added a lot of credibility to what he was talking about. It felt very good. And then there was even at the end, some humor that comes into it. I feel the smile, you feel the laugh, and I felt very comfortable after that.
That's awesome. All right, so let's take it to Oli. Oli, you ready for round two?
Nervous, but I'll
All right, take us in.
Hey there,
I'm
Jay.
hearing a lot of feedback.
Hey, Oli, sorry to keep you holding.
Oh, that's okay. I really appreciate you for your time today. And just to follow up on our last conversation real quick, whenever you get a chance, if your folks can send me whatever you would like for me to distribute to people I know in New Jersey, I want to make sure to get word out about your real estate company. So especially these days, I'm sure people want to find options. So would there be a way that you could get that to me, just so I could send stuff out for you, just to help build your network in that regard?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I would be silly not to want more visibility and more opportunities for microphones and stages for my business. But can you just explain, again, I'm a little confused. How would you do that?
Well, basically, you just send me your materials, and I'll put up a post on Facebook, whatever wording it is for your real estate company, and I'll put that out, or put it out on Facebook or wherever, so that way people can at least know that they have that as an option for people who are in that area.
Gotcha. So is this like a marketing for Facebook, or is this?
No, just for you, just with the context that I have on social media, or wherever, because that's often how I operate. I also work on bringing people together with different resources and information and services that people have. So I just wanted to just see if you wanted me to, I could send that out to you for with whatever the language is. Just send it to me. I'll be glad to take care of that for you, just to get the word out, just sort of to help out.
Yeah, listen, like I said, the exposure sounds fantastic. I would love to pair up with someone who has a similar mission. Can you tell me just a little bit more about what your company does?
Yeah, absolutely. We actually operate within the health and wellness space, and we're basically looking for people who are eager to whether it's lose weight, etc., or if we're also looking for people who are looking to enhance their own incomes by diversifying. And we actually also do have real estate people in our business, etc., but people who would be eager to diversify their income portfolio. And I can send you information about it, but that's essentially what we're looking to do on our end.
Hey, Ole, I only have a couple minutes, but maybe this. I would love to potentially speak with some other real estate professionals within your space that maybe could kind of give me, some ideas as well, because that sounds great. Some exposure sounds really good.
I love that. That would be awesome, Jay. I really appreciate that. And let's just see what we can do together. And in the meantime, I will get the material out for you as promised. Just let me know, and I'll follow back up with you to let you know when it's done.
Okay. Thank you so much. Again, I'll shoot you that email address. It's, abc123@gmail.com. I'll look forward.
Awesome. Thanks so much. I'll talk to you soon, buddy.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right, Jay, how'd that feel for you?
I wanted Ali to tell me how awesome he is. I felt like I wanted to hear how special he is and why he can help me. So I know he can, I know him from same thing. I've seen him from a distance on social media, and I know he has the potential and power and ecosystem to help, but I wanted him to tell me. And I was like really pulling for it.
Without a doubt. Okay. So, let's go to the judges. I'm now going to illustrate something in a minute. So let's go reverse order. Mon, what did you have for Oli and then Stephen, please?
All right. Oli, I think, you have a great way on the phone. You're moving right through. But I would just echo what Jay was just saying. I wasn't sure what you're offering to him other than to help spread his message as he being in real estate. So I wasn't clear either on what your product is that you're trying to get him to commit to. But, I think you handle his questions well. I think you have a good skill set, obviously, on the phone to get there, and you did get him to commit. So I'm going to give you a 7.5 on that round.
All right, excellent. And for Stephen?
Stephen, I felt like this time you had in your mind what you were after. You didn't have any problem getting right to it. And so for me, your scores went up. I'll give you an 8.5 on that. And again, I think your voice on the phone, you sound comfortable no matter what question he threw back at you or response. You were able to roll with it and then move to the next series of questions. So well done.
Excellent. So Siobhan, what did you have?
Great. Mimic a lot of what Milan said there with Oli. I'm the same as he was, as I wasn't quite sure what your ultimate ask was of Jay and where you were trying to get him to. I think you do have a great presence and on the phone and in the way that you come about your presentation with people. I would give you a 7 on that round. Stephen, I thought you were right on, knew what you wanted to ask of Jay and where you wanted to get him to. You overcame his objection when he wasn't quite sure on whether he wanted as a partner with you or what he wanted with that. And then doing, I think, exactly what he was looking for in showing him what your value was and why he would want to partner with you. I thought that was great to ultimately get him to the yes of that, sitting down for lunch. So I would give you a 9 on that round.
Very nice. Okay, and for Kristen, what did you have for Oli and Stephen?
Okay, I'll just, I echo everything that everybody else said, so I'll just add a little extra piece here. Oli, I would say maybe one suggestion would be, because it was so unspecific of just sharing a Facebook post, like have something specific that you will do sharing the information and really adding value than just a Facebook post. And maybe say something like Jay was saying, he knows that you can help him and add value. Maybe suggest some kind of, here, your mission, works with my mission, or we can come together in this way. Know more about what he does and have him know what you do, that you guys can work together, would be my suggestion. I gave a 7 for that round for Oli.
All right, and for Stephen.
And Stephen, you had me all smiles by the end. First, I'll say everything that they said. I'm just going to skip over that. But dude, you went from, and here's my admin's email, to come with the group to lunch on Friday. Like it doesn't get better than that. That was great. And you really do have a great way of listening. Here's the thing. I felt that you know and respect Jay's work. And I think that he felt that too. You really respect him, and you are eager to learn what he did and how he did it. It didn't feel like I want to use you and for all your information. It just felt like you really respected him, and it was good. It was good. Congratulations on getting that lunch on Friday.
And so what'd you have for a score?
I would give a 9 for that round. I thought that was good.
Awesome. All right. Great job, judges. Quick drop in. Adam Cugino, if you had 30 seconds of feedback for each, what would you share? And by the way, Adam, how many phone calls were under your purview at your former company? Like you had 500 people working under you, you built the entire 500 person team. And how many phone calls were under that per year?
We're making 500,000 a day. So, close to $500 million a year.
Oh my God.
Great. All right. So what do you got?
Yeah. Ali, tone, just the presence, the energy is incredible. His heroic identity is 10 times more incredible than the energy that he even conveyed. And I would have loved to hear who he is and what he can do. And it's great he's going to add value, but it almost came across as it added more questions by him not, talking about who he is. So I would definitely work on that. But overall, he sounds amazing. And then Stephen, came in almost similar with not sharing a little bit of what it looks like. And I loved his tonality, his energy was incredible. And I think he went for the ask a little early, but as soon as he started talking about himself and his acknowledgement and validation of Jay was incredible. I loved, like Kristen said, the way he got the agreement, and I thought he did an amazing job overall.
Awesome. So if I could drop in real quickly, Siobhan, would you mind role playing with me for a bit?
Sure.
All right, cool. And I'm going to be Oli. Sound good?
Okay.
Okay. So, hey, Siobhan, I'm really curious. What brought you to The Real Raw today?
It was just an opportunity that was presented to me. I thought it'd be a great chance to meet some amazing people.
Very cool. Awesome. And I'm hearing this like legal and coaching whole thing. Like, how did that all come about?
Well, law school was always a dream of mine that I had, but life got in the way and I got married and had a kid, and he actually wouldn't let me go to law school. And then I decided to get over that and I kicked him out and I got divorced and I went to law school with a single mom. And then from there, as any business owner does, you learn all the things that you don't know in business. So I started into business coaching, which led into personal development. And I'm also an adjunct professor, so I teach. And of course, I'm a trial attorney, so I love being in front of people and helping people. And so that kind of led into coaching. And I'm now a certified divorce coach, and I'm also getting certified in Jack Canfield Success Principles as well. So I just like to help people meet their goals and become successful.
Unbelievable. Congratulations on a remarkable story. Siobhan?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, okay. And by the way, quick question.
Yeah.
I'm hearing a lot of pride in making a bold decision to like step into your power, step into your greatness. And I heard like not letting you and then you kicked them out. It seems like that was like a pretty formative moment of your life.
That was a huge moment in my life. As I'm also like writing my book and telling my story, I never realized where I was in that, as far as that goes in my life and in that situation. And never realized that my voice was suppressed and I was really just kind of a people pleaser. And then I had one moment that just, turned me around when my son was 4, when I divorced his dad, and, where I was just so unhappy. And, when your 4-year-old crawls into your lap and gives you a hug and says, "Mom, don't cry, everything's going to be okay." And I just went, I deserve to be happy and he deserves to see me happy, and I'm going to go for it. And just turned around and said, I've got to go find who I am and my confidence and go out and do that.
Oh, wow. And thank you for stepping into your power. And how does that play into how you coach and lawyer for people?
It plays huge into how I coach and lawyer to people. Dealing with, high level criminal defense, you're dealing with people who think this is the end of their world, when they're going to prison for significant periods of time, and that it's the end and that nothing's ever going to happen. And a funny story is that my business coach is actually an ex-con, and who now has
no way
who now has a phenomenal business. And so we kind of can use that together as a story to help people to say, it doesn't have to be the end of your road. Look what you can do. And then as far as, of course, in family law with divorce coaching, I've been there. I was a single mom in law school with a 6-year-old, and I understand how divorce seems like an end, but it's really a beginning, and there's light at the end of the tunnel and you can get through it. And being able to say that and for people to know that I've got that story as well. And I've done it, so I can help you through it too.
Wow. Well, I mean, that's incredible what you're up to in the world. And thank you for being vulnerable and sharing and being open here today. Would it be okay if I shared a little bit about myself?
Yes, I would love to hear about it.
Yeah. So again, my name is Oli, and I've spent decades in the space of being an advocate for folks that are disabled. I'm personally blind, can't see anything. And my work stands for in the world, similar to what I'm hearing from you, supporting not only myself, but others and stepping into their power and owning their life and creating opportunity for themselves and others that they love. And so I've done that not only in the space as an attorney and advocate like yourself, but I also found ways to do that in entrepreneurship and the health space. And I know that we're out of time for today, but if it would work for you, I'd love to spend another 15 minutes to see if it makes sense that we might co-create some things. Would that work for you?
Yes, that sounds great. I love to connect with people with the same values, same type of, outlook on life that I have. So I would love to sit down.
Yeah. And okay, out of role, how did that feel for you, honestly, Siobhan?
It felt genuine,
Yeah.
and what's the word I'm looking for? I guess genuine's the best word, but just really, and it's exactly what you're looking for. You're showing an interest in me and that you care and what my story is, and then, bringing that around to how we are similar, how our values are similar, and how, we can create something powerful together.
Yeah. And Oli, do you believe that your values are similar to Siobhan's values?
Oh gosh, absolutely. Yeah, hands down.
Yeah. And so if I could share one thing with you, brother, in love and for everybody here. So what has been unbelievably supportive as I've developed this technology over the last 23 years, right, has been realizing that for so many beautiful and incredible souls, when we begin the journey of thinking we are selling or influencing or coming to a yes with somebody about things, we sort of take on a persona and an energy that's different than who and what we really are. And Oli, you are a beautiful soul. You're a courageous lion and warrior in this world for people. Are you not?
I work to be.
Yeah. But is that who you are? Not work to be. Just tell me right now. There's a world listening. Is that who you are? Yes or no, brother?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And why was it challenging for you? And why did you hesitate in saying yes to the fact that you're a lion and a warrior for people? Why was that challenging for you?
I guess I know what I am, but I also don't want to seem, in light of various other things that I've done with life, that I think I'm all that. Because I'm just happy to do whatever I can to be of help, but I just hesitate and say, you know what, I really am all that. I mean, just because contextually it could just sound like, hey, who does he think he is, just because he's done different things. So
okay. No, I hear you. So listen, this is the distinction. So if at the end, Siobhan, let me bounce back to you.
Mm-hmm.
If Oli had given you all of that listening, like all of the listening he gave you, the sharpness of acknowledging you for your courage to step into your greatness and say, no, that's it, out. Siobhan said the words, I kicked him out, right, Oli? Siobhan, you said those words, right? I kicked him out. You didn't say I decided for a transition. You said I kicked him out.
Right.
Because you want people to know that you stepped into your greatness and kicked him out. Isn't that what you want people to know, Siobhan?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, heck yeah, I heard it. Clear, screaming it, right from her heart. Right, Oli?
Right.
So, Siobhan, would you have held it against Oli after all that acknowledgement, exactly, authentically, the way I did it, right? If you then said, so you know what, Siobhan, what I stand for in this world, for those that are disabled and challenged, is I want to be a lion and a warrior for them. I'm not perfect, but that's what I aspire to. And at my greatest, that's what I am. Would you have taken that negatively if he said that?
No, not at all.
And would it have risen his identity or diminished his identity? Let me ask it differently. Would you have liked that Oli better? would you have been more drawn to that Oli than the Oli that was trying to give Jay Levine something and like scrambling to like hold on to Jay Levine? Which one would you have been more drawn to?
I definitely would have been more drawn to that one, to the, the authentic one, of him showing his power and how he's a warrior and what he's doing, especially after you've just drawn that out of me. I want to know more about you. I want to know what your power is as well. So, and if you don't know it, then how can we help you find it?
Yes.
Sean,
Yes.
I love that. How do you feel? How do you get past because the thing that really made it tough for me is this pressure. 3 minutes, because in life, I don't take just 3 minutes to talk to people. So, I'd want to draw that out more and talk,
Yep, Oli. I took about 3 minutes and 30 seconds. And I said about 2 sentences about myself as Oli. It was in my listening of Siobhan. It is in our listening, our heart-centered, loving people, unconditionally with boundaries. It is from that place that people connect with us when it's authentic and real. When we love people, as you do, love people unconditionally with boundaries, it is from that place that we have emotional rapport, not surface or real. And if people believe that you want to transactionalize the relationship, but hey, I can give you like some referrals or something, don't transactionalize yourself. You're a warrior, brother. You're a lion in this world of integrity, of power, of giving. And when you play small and you hide from that, you serve no one. I promise. And I love you and respect you and honor you. Adam, what say you, brother?
I had chills and tears throughout the last few minutes of you speaking in regard to Oli, because I know who he is as a man. I know what he's accomplished. He adopted 3 blind triplet children, and he's blind himself. I mean, the man, and that's not the story, and that doesn't define him in any way, shape, or form. And that's what's so incredible. So people need to hear who he is, and he needs to not hold back. He needs to convey who he is, because he is giving, loving, and just everything you said couldn't be more spot on.
Yep. Final for everybody, and then we'll take it home. So a little bit over time. Oli, when Siobhan said, and I kicked him out, did you feel more or less drawn to her in that moment than any other moment during this Real Raw?
More, because Siobhan, she just put herself out there, and I wanted to verbally hug her, just like, awesome. You took your power and you stepped into who you are. Absolutely amazing. And it's tough being a single parent, and the way she talked about her son being 6 and how he cried when she cried and when he was 4, say, it'll be okay, mommy. That whole thing, it just absolutely super compelling.
Yeah. And so why would anybody want anything less from you? Make sense?
Yeah. Makes sense.
Oli, how was your time today in the Real Raw?
It was great. I loved it. I think I've been overanalyzing things, and I'm eager to put this into practice today, just to really be more who I am.
Oli,
just listen.
Oli, heart to heart, not head to head. Not heart to head, not head to head, heart to heart. Great job, brother. Thank you for your openness. Thank you for your vulnerability. Steven, how was today for you?
Well, first of all, thank you guys for having me on. I really had a great experience. It actually helped. It boosted my confidence with the feedback you guys gave me. So I really appreciate all the feedback. It was very genuine and honest, and I thought this was a great experience.
Yeah, Steven, same thing, right? Love people, as Siobhan said, support them in stepping into their greatness, and people will accept you, right? Lovingly stepping into yours, authentically and lovingly stepping into yours. Thanks, brother.
Got it. Thank you, Siobhan.
Yeah, thank you. Siobhan, how was today for you?
This has been amazing. Thank you. Thanks for inviting me on. I've learned a lot, and I've had a great time being here.
Yeah, well, thank you. Really appreciate you very much, and very impressed by everything that you're up to in the world. And Kristen, how about yourself?
Hey, well, I feel so blessed to be a part of this group today, and I actually messaged in the thing to Adam. I said I just thank you for inviting me. This was brilliant. I mean, I came to try to give value and help two folks out, being a judge, and then I'm walking away with 3 pages of notes.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
So-
But I love that it's from the heart, and that's hard to come by these days, and it shouldn't be. But I like spending time in these things because it's all heart. And I felt like I didn't know any of you in the beginning, and now like I want to have all of you on my show and over to my house for coffee.
Well, and listen, that's what we're creating. By the way, if we can't add value, we're not taking your time. So my outcome, my mission every time is that we add real value. And I've been studying this for 23 years. And with humility, I have 2 top 100 national jury verdicts, one of only 2 attorneys in the country, both in business breakup cases. Siobhan can appreciate this, both with $0 offers going to trial. That's unheard of, right? Twice in between 2014 and 16, one of only 2 attorneys out of 1.2 million in the country to be in the top 100 twice during that period. And I'm blind. And there's no ego, there's no nothing. It's because of heart-centered, integrity-based influence. And we were dealing with liars, thieves, and scoundrels in both cases at the highest level imaginable, right? Highest level imaginable. When inauthenticity, when darkness meets light and heart-centered, integrity-based human influence, this is what transpires. So thank you for seeing that, Kristen. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. And Milan, how about yourself? How was this for you today?
It was excellent. I'm grateful to you all and Lorelei for the invite to come be a part of this. I did want to just mention one thing. When
Please.
you ask permission, can I tell you a little bit about myself? I think that's a stroke of genius, and it just really disarmed me. The response you got from Siobhan was phenomenal. Yes, I'd love to hear it. You could hear her sincere interest in that. And I think where Ollie was standing, where I don't want to come across as being, braggadocious or just state who I am. When you do that and you say, can I tell you a little bit about me? It opens that door in just such a wonderful, beautiful way. So thank you.
Well, thank you. And listen, I mean, I've had the privilege of being on some of the largest stages, Tony Robbins, the most developed personal development space. And with some micro distinctions I created with my presentations, we broke all the records ever at multiple different events in terms of platinum partnership sales. I got no compensation for it. I'm a platinum partner. I'm a lion there. She's at his house 3 weeks ago. And the work there is in the space of micro distinction. If you ever heard, not believe, the 80-20 rule is real, but the 80-20 rule backs all, like 20% of the 20% of the 20% is 0.16. That creates 80% of the 80% of the 80%, which is about 42%. So micro inputs create macro outputs, like extraordinary, exponentially larger. And that's what we're here to unlock in these micro distinctions. And what you just acknowledged, thank you, Milan, for seeing it, was the power of transitions. So the power of transition and how we're communicating is extraordinary. And we have like endless amounts of stuff. And with that, I say this, please, if this is the end, realize that influence is a superpower. And Jay Levine, thank you, brother. Amazing job. You're extraordinary. I hope Stephen and Jay truly connect. And the opportunity is for this, though, to be not the end, but the beginning. We'll follow up. Hopefully you had a great experience. We're on the unblinded huddles every day, and we have a ton of ways that we can co-create and do things together. And hopefully this will be the beginning. And if it's not, and it is the end, I wish you the most amazing and incredible life. So thank you guys and have a beautiful day.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.